the typical NSL news interview situation, I think.
To check, hey,
We need a players.
a birdie behind us. Yeah, we've got 4 players behind us.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce the people that you already know anyway, but we have Mr. Jeremie Rollett here and Mr. Gary Smith. And thank you very much for taking the time to speak with the NSL news. Gary, explain, where are we here? What are you doing?
We are at the Silverado golf course in Zephyr Hills. As you can see, some golfers behind us. And Kurt, fantastic that you came over to Zephyr Hills. It's good to see you here. And this is the home for Jeremie and I for the next 10 days, I think. For 2 weeks now, but 10 days. And then we go home for Christmas.
Yeah, we see that it's about the Qatar teams. We're no news that you are coaching Qatar teams, but things have changed a little bit.
Yes.
Jeremie, what's been going on?
To be honest, for a long time now, maybe for 3 years, when I started with them, from the beginning we told to switch Gary and me. So it means maybe Gary can coach the 4-way and me the 8-way. But for the last 3 years we felt good with this organization. So Gary with the 8-way, me with the 4-way. So after the last World Meet in Australia, I think for the project, for us, for the guys as well, for the teams, maybe it was a good time to switch. So as you know, I did many coaching in France for 8-way. I spent most of my jumps in 8-way as well. So I'm very happy to move with the 8-way team. And as you know, Gary, he knows a few things about 4-way as well.
A few things. Yeah. So to be more specific about this, recently they've changed jobs. So Jeremie was coaching the 4-way team since when?
Since 2015.
2015, and Gary has been coaching the Qatar Falcons, the Tigers and the Falcons for quite a while. But now it's been reversed for what Jeremie just explained.
Yeah, I think if I can add on, I think for me it was also a fantastic project because I'm no 8-way specialist, and it was great for me. I was learning as I was going, but the 8-way have become so good. I mean, we saw that they did a 17 average, and I think they are tired of me. I've been with them for a long time, and I think it's also good for them to hear somebody else, as maybe also for any team when you're 3 or 4 years with the same coach. It's good to get somebody else. You get a different point of view, and also Jeremie is he is an 8-way world champion. So I never professed to be a great 8-way coach, but I have to be honest, I really loved it. I enjoyed the guys, I enjoyed the challenge, and now I have the 4-way, and so it's a new challenge for me. So I get out of bed with a new challenge, and it's fun.
Yeah, it's more fresh for all of us. And, but it's right, sometimes for 3 years, no more than 3 years for you, you repeat all the time the same thing. So for sure they improve, both teams improves until the last World Meet. But sometimes it's good to add the new words to the Tigers as well with the way of work of Gary.
Yeah.
But it was the best, I think. It was the best timing to do that. Because if you restart after the World Meet and you keep the same groups with you, I think you sign for 2 more years.
Yeah.
So it was the time to do.
I think it's fun for all. Fun for the coaches. We are good friends, and I think also for the team it's good to have a switch.
And as you said before, Gary is actually a 4-way world champion. You are an 8-way world champion more often than in 4-way. You know, you did both, but
I went there when I worked at Lights.
it seems to make a lot of sense.
That was a regular stop.
All right, we have to take a break. We'll be right back. Okay. So we had to change the location because there was a very happy camper, very happy golfer group. That's where we were before, and we moved to a quieter location here now for a good reason. Gary, you're golfing actually. What happened? Why would we have to move here?
Well, that one gentleman there was about maybe 40 meters off the green, and he hit it straight into the hole.
right there. So
Yeah.
So he pays beer.
Yeah. so there was a lot of celebration. So he came in to buy his beer and interrupt the interview.
okay, so that's where we are now. So let's pick it up again where we were. Like we mentioned that Gary is actually a 4-way world champion. Jeremie is a 4-way and an 8-way world champion, but you have won more medals in 8-way than in 4-way.
Yeah. Also, that's why we plan to change the groups, and it's just our first camp with the new groups, but we know each other because we share the same training location and dates for 3 years now. So we know the guys, we know already the teams, so it's very easy. When we came in Florida 1 week ago, it's like if we know everybody, like if we are in the same family. It's not a big change.
The interesting part of your history, now besides your gold medals in 8-way in 2006, 2008, 4-way in 2010, Gary with Deland Magic in 2004, right, and with Deland Fire in 2006, is that you never competed directly against each other, right?
No.
Or did I miss anything here?
No. I was trying, as you're saying, I was trying to think of it. No, I don't believe so.
Yeah.
We did the same, but me in 8-way when
Yes,
you won
yeah.
4-way.
And now with the coaching, you kept it like this, basically.
We've
You know-
we've never coached against each other.
No.
Well,
Because-
Qatar against Hayabusa
Yes,
was kind
yes.
of, there
This
was
way,
some...
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk about the Qatar situation now. We have now Qatar's 8-way team winning the first 8-way medals, the first FAI World Meet medals ever for Qatar.
Right.
3rd place, congratulations Gary for that.
Yeah.
And the Qatar Tigers are in 4th place in the world. So now, Gary, you're gonna guide the Qatar Tigers to beat Hayabusa, I guess, and Jeremie, you will try to go up
Yeah.
from 3rd to 2nd and to 1st place. What's the plan?
Well, I can start. I can say it's a huge challenge. I think even for Jeremie, with the 8-way, they are sitting in 3rd, but there will always be a challenge to get the medal and to get higher. And obviously the same for me with the Tigers. They are 4th, and we know how far ahead Hayabusa, Arizona Airspeed, even the French are. So we have to realistically say if we can catch 1.5 points per year, it's going to take us 3 years. So it's for me it's quite simple. There's no ways of catching those teams in 1 year.
So-
2 years I hope I can close the gap by 20-25 points. But that's 2.5 average. It's not going to do the job, and that to me is being realistic with it.
Are there any issues, I mean, on the Belgian or the Qatar side, that you are basically coaching two rivals, opponents?
I think right now, no. But yes, in the future, if things do get tighter and closer, then there is a conflict of interest. And I would be the first to bring that up. But right now, we are not full-time salaried by Qatar. We are contracted in. And once the training camp's over, we can train, we can do what we want. But in the World Meet, I would obviously have to try and preference Qatar. If I'm there with Qatar, my favorite is with Qatar.
And Jeremie, you have to bring them from 3rd place anywhere higher. That's a tough deal.
Yeah, but and to be complete with Qatar situation now with the 3-4 canopy formation teams, they were on the podium as well in Australia. So it means it's a big nation now for skydiving. They have accuracy team as well. So all the Qatar army, they bring in all events very strong teams. So yes, it's a major country now. But for the 8-way, the plan is to keep going to improve and to be close with the 2 top teams now, Golden Knights and the Russian team, or maybe XP8 if they win the nationals. But yes, the gap is still important with the top teams. So they did 17 average in Australia. So for sure we can keep going to improve.
How do you think about this with all the successes that you just pointed out, you're French. So how do you feel about this? French doesn't even have an 8-way team any longer. Qatar has won the bronze medals.
Yeah, but you have to be there. And the French Federation decided to don't send any 8-way team in Australia because it was far and expensive. So they were more focused on the female category, 4-way female, because they lost the World Championship in Chicago, and in the 4-way as well. They get a big project in 4-way for the last 4 years. So I heard, but maybe you have to speak more with Mathieu. Maybe something is happening in France now with the 8-way.
Oh,
That would be very
okay.
interesting to hear.
I'm
Because you can imagine that there will be a reshuffle in the French.
But maybe
Groups,
Mathieu can say more than me. But
yeah, I've been talking. He gave me some information. He said he'll come up with a sensational news
Yeah,
very
because,
soon. So.
yes, as you know, France is a 8-way team they took part of all world meets for many years, as you say, and all of us we were sad about this stop. But if it was only a break, it's good.
Yeah, we all hope so.
Yeah, but I think also if you think of it, there was times when Russia didn't send a strong team, and that in a way it helped Italy, it helped Germany. They were all fighting for a third place. So it's sometimes good when a big power horse like France does not attend, and no disrespect to France, but it kind of gave Qatar a shot at a medal. And not to forget that Belgium also had a strong team. That they could have also been there, but Hayabusa, thank goodness now in hindsight, decided not to train 8-way because we saw how strong Arizona SB was. Mm-hmm. So if you were trying to win a gold medal in 4-way in Australia last year, it would have been, or this year, sorry, it would have been tough for Hayabusa to do 4-way and 8-way.
And you need enough people to be involved in this project, and you need enough money because now with the tunnel, with all the new events for the last 5 or 10 years, the French Federation, they must share the budget to all teams, indoor, outdoor. Now you have dynamic, you have VFS, you have, and if now they don't support wingsuit yet, but with the wingsuit, so it's huge. So you have to choose, and the 8-way, it's the most expensive event.
Yeah, two good points. Yeah. All right. Well. Now that switch happened, did just Gary Smith and Jeremie Rollett just have a beer together and said, okay, we're gonna do that now? Or how does it come to such a decision eventually? I guess there are higher forces involved in that. What happened? How did you get to the point where, was it really just between the two of you? A glass of wine, probably not a beer.
Coca-Cola.
French.
It was a rainy day in Australia.
Seriously, how does such a thing happen? You are under observation, under the guidance of the Qatar budget and all that kind of stuff. Do you have the freedom to make a decision like that?
I think we have a good relationship with our boss, that we could go to him and say, hey, we think this would work better. But in fairness, we did not discuss that with the boss. It was not discussed, but we discussed it amongst ourselves. Like Jeremie said, when he first came on board with Qatar, that was the plan. He would do 1 year, I would finish, and we would switch. But then it worked so good that we stayed. And so we knew it was going to come sooner or later. And then in Australia, we were living together during the meet, and we sat and we chatted. And after the meet, it kind of came between us and the boss. We had meetings with the boss, with the teams, and kind of that was the conclusion that it came. There was no definite decision. In fact, we ended the meet not knowing what was going on, to be honest. We were sitting in Australia not sure what we were doing, and then right at the end, the boss said this is what he would like, and that's what we kind of agreed to.
But he is not coming from skydiving, so he is skydiver, but only few jumps from army. So also he follow what we say to him, and he trusts us about what is the best for the team and Qatar. So we don't do what we want, but we have the hand to organize as we want.
Did you talk to the teams before you made the decision, or was it just more or less like you knew how they were thinking about it anyway, and it would be fine with them? Or
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the teams obviously they hear rumors, they hear things, but no. For me, for sure, not in the 8-way. No, we did not discuss switching coaches or anything. But I think the boss discusses it with him.
It's not that it happens in any sport. I don't know any sport where the players are being asked if they get a new coach or not.
Each team has a leader. The 4-way and the 8-way, they have a leader, and maybe the boss discusses plans with them. But
it's not a private team, it's a military team. So also they have to follow the boss and what he wants.
All right, it's getting a little bit dark here now. I don't think you'll go back on the golf course now. Actually,
there's still golfers on there.
They're still out there. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, still people are still playing. It's a nice environment. I think we should go back here for the next time. You'll be back in Florida, I'm sure.
Yes,
with a Qatar delegation. Well, thank you very much. Good luck with everything. It has been very successful so far, and I'm sure it will continue like this. And good luck with everything. And what's coming up next? The 8-way team.
The plan for 8-way, we compete. We plan to compete in the Paraclete in February.
Okay.
The 8-way meet, and then we join the 8-way challenge during the Indoor World Championship in Lille. Because as you know, it will be 8-way competition there as well.
I did not know that.
It's, they don't call it 8-way Indoor World Championship, but 8-way challenge.
Okay.
So it will be a big event as well in April. And then for outdoor, we plan to go UK outdoor by the end of August, and then Eloy for the World Cup.
Okay, and Gary?
We will spend, unfortunately for me, most of the first half of the year indoors because of all the indoor meets. So we will follow the Windoor, the Bedford, the World Meet in Lille. And as much as I love the tunnel, I also hate the tunnel.
And Hayabusa is doing the same thing, basically, right?
Yeah, Hayabusa will do some jumping, I believe, but yes, they do tunnel until indoor, which kind of, it's funny because it kind of splits the sports a little bit. We are skydivers, but we are sitting in tunnels. So, but anyway, that's another topic.
We talk about that later. Again, thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Good luck with everything, and we'll talk soon again.
Bye-bye.
Bye.